You've been rolling around, shit and roll it up. Let her roll it up. Break it down like a punch, she would never us. She would never us. That's the real on the real, are you serious? How you feel, how you feel? Used to trip off that shit I was kicking to you. Had some fun on the round, I'll give it to you. But baby.
When is a time that somebody has confirmed an insecurity of yours?
I've always had two big fat insecurities. They're my main little babies. First off, my voice, because it's really nasally and I don't know why. And the second one is my side profile, which is a lot of people's biggest insecurity, but whatever. So when I got TikTok, I didn't post anything where you could hear my voice, whatever. Anyway, I posted a video and my mom's bringing me a grilled cheese and I say thanks or whatever. And it blew up and it went viral. And all the comments were like, girl, blow your nose. Like, your voice is so fucking nasally, so fucking annoying. My nose is fine. So I made a response video where I was like, guys, my nose is fine, it just sounds like that. And at the end of the video, I go like this. Because my friend and I think that's funny, I don't know. And somebody commented, girl, your biggest insecurity should be that side profile. And everyone responded. They were like, oh, I feel so bad, but for real. Like, that's really ugly. I deleted the response video and cried really.
When is a time that somebody has confirmed an insecurity of yours? I'm going to give you an example of a time that has happened to me. And I always remember this, unfortunately, as how the mind works. Anyways, so I had this guy that I liked. We were sort of a bit of a thing, but it wasn't serious. And I remember we were at my friend's house and we were sitting on a couch together and he was filming a Snapchat video of me. And in the video, I turned my head to go look at something and I turned back. And the video was still cute. It was cute, we were sitting together, right? And he wanted to post the video. And I was like, oh, my nose, just made a little comment about seeing my nose in the video, thinking that he'd be like, oh, I don't care. This motherfucker spends the next 5 minutes stretching out an emoji and focusing it on my nose. So when I turn my head, the emoji covers my nose. And when I come back, it disappears. And he posted that on his story. I still have the video if you guys ever want to see it, but that happened and I was just like, what? Anyways, it's alright. When is a time that somebody has confirmed an insecurity of yours?
So I've never really been blessed in the breast department, and I was really self-conscious about it in school and college, having no boobs. Obviously, I didn't go a day without wearing one of those extra thick padded Primark push-up bras, and I can't remember how we even got onto the topic of my boobs on the college bus, but I was saying how I was insecure because they were really small, blah blah blah, and some boy said, oh yeah, true, why don't you wear a push-up bra? And obviously I had one on and had been wearing one probably every single day. So, even with Primark's super plunge push-up bra, they were absolutely tiny.
When is a time that somebody has confirmed an insecurity of yours?
When I was in high school, there were this group of boys who bullied me a lot, and their main point of bullying me was calling me ugly, or in New York slang, calling someone chopped. And it was so bad that they made a hashtag about it, and they would put it on each other's Instagrams. And this one time I was hanging out with this one boy who was friends with them. We were having this deep talk and I was just kind of it really hurts my feelings that they say that shit about me. It really sucks. And he was he straight up looked at me and was like, well, you're super ugly now, but when you're 20, you're gonna be super hot. And then a week later I was talking to my friend about it and she was like, well, you're 16, you look 16. You're not cute. I was like, what? Dude, what is going on?
When is a time that somebody has confirmed an insecurity of yours?
Which one do I do? There's so many. I'm going to go with my favourite though. I'm going to give you a bit of backstory. I've always wanted really long, dainty, skinny legs, right? However, I was given short, stumpy legs. Muscly if you will. So just remember that. And I was coming home from school one time after playing netball, so I had these bike shorts on, and I was catching the bus home by myself. So I've gotten onto the bus, and as I'm walking on, these 4 teenage boys yell out, "Cankles!" to me. Yeah, they didn't do it once though. They did do it twice, as if the first time wasn't enough. Yeah. So that didn't make me feel good feelings. that didn't. So to answer your question, I would say that is a time that confirmed an insecurity of mine. But I hope you're doing well, boys. I really do.
When is a time that somebody has confirmed an insecurity of yours?
So I've always felt like the duff of the friend group, the designated ugly fat friend. You know, like the friend you go up to when you have a crush on the other friends of the friend group. All your girlfriends call you pretty, but no guy has ever called you pretty. You're friends with a bunch of guys, but like no guy has a crush on you. That friend. So one day we were talking about like Spirit Week, and one of my friends that I'm not really close with anymore, she suggested like a Mean Girls group costume. She goes, I can be Regina, you can be Karen, and you can be Gretchen. And she was like talking to my other friends. Then she turns to me and she goes, Deja, you can be the bus that hits Regina. Not Katie, not Janice, not even Damien. The fucking bus. And I know she's gonna know who I'm talking about when I post this. So like, girl, no hard feelings. But yeah.
When is a time that somebody has confirmed an insecurity of yours?
I had a bit of redness. I didn't think it was that bad, but I used to wear makeup every day in high school, and then one day I was feeling cute, and so I didn't. And then my ex came into the library where I was sitting, and he came up to me and he said, you look different today. And I was like, oh, like, I'm not wearing makeup, maybe that's it. And he was like, bit red.
When is a time that somebody has confirmed an insecurity of yours?
So growing up, it was like 3 different neighborhoods, right? It was like the ghetto, the regular little townhouses and shit, and then the big ass houses. I had lived in the townhouses, but all my friends had lived in the big ass houses next to me. So tell me why my birthday rolls around and I want to have a sleepover. So I put my address on the fucking cards. Duh. Tell me why they take my address, go on Google Maps, look at my house, zoom the fuck in, and start making fucking jokes. Like my friends. These bitches was like, why is your house so small? And I was in the Doctor Who back then, so I was like, oh, it's like a TARDIS, you know, small on the outside, big on the inside. Nobody wanted to fucking come. And I'm like, fuck it, I'm not having it no more. And I thought I was insecure about where I lived before. So when these bitches started making jokes, I was like, hell no, no one's ever coming over to my house again. And like, I still feel that way. Like, I can't shake that shit.
When is a time that somebody has confirmed an insecurity of yours? I'm going to give you an example.
Okay, so when I was younger, I must have been 13, I realised that I had a weird side profile. I was in the changing rooms in a clothing store, and there are mirrors at the back. I don't know if you guys know that or have noticed it. And in these mirrors, you can see like the back of your clothes. So I stood at an angle and I ended up seeing the side profile, my side profile. And I was shook. I really couldn't believe that I didn't have a normal side profile. And it just looked really weird and flat. So I was very insecure about it, super insecure. I didn't like pictures. I actually don't think I have any pictures of me being that age actually. And then one day I was in the living room with my family. We were just watching TV and I could literally see from the side view that like my sibling was staring at me. And they said, whoa, your face is so flat. And they kept repeating, yeah, this is my side profile.
When is a time that somebody has confirmed an insecurity of yours? I'm going to give you an example.
I've had this thing my whole life about in romantic relationships feeling like I'm second best or like 90% good enough, right? Like I'll date these people and they'll say like, you're smart, beautiful, funny, confident, like speeches, like writing me letters, but they just won't commit. They won't be fully in it, right? So I have this complex at being second best, right? Second best. Then I came second on The Bachelor. Second. Just send me home week 1. Don't confirm.
When is a time that somebody has confirmed an insecurity of yours?
So I've always had really fluctuating weight, and in the last 5 years or so, I've lost about 80 pounds. So when people look at me and they say things like, oh my God, you look so good now, you look so much better, you've had such a glow up, I know they mean well, and I know they mean it as a compliment, so that's exactly how I take it. But all it does for me, subconsciously, it just confirms all the insecurities that I had about the way I looked previously. And then I feel like everybody just lied to me back then when they were like, oh, you look so pretty, you look so good, blah, blah, blah.
When is a time that somebody has confirmed an insecurity of yours?
My time to shine. So I've basically always been insecure about my weight all my life. Yeah. The guy I was talking to at that time, guys, man, I trash. Even thinking about it, I'm crying already. Anyways, we had like cheerleading in my school, and I joined the cheerleading team. So we're gonna do a pyramid thing, and I was the one like kind of choreographing the dance, and I was like, oh, I'd really like to be at the top of the pyramid. And then he went on a like 5-minute rant saying, oh yeah, it's like you can't be at the top, you're so big, you know, you should actually lose weight so that you could be able to fit at the top, because you literally collapse everyone. He said that to my face and I was laughing. Guys, run away from men. Run away from men. I don't even blame him. I blame myself for actually sitting there and laughing and listening to his shit. So yeah, know your self-worth, ladies. Don't let a man talk you down.
When is a time that somebody has confirmed an insecurity of yours?
Let me just set the scene. We're backstage at, I believe it was High School Musical. And I had a crush on the guy playing Chad. And there was like a smaller, like not very many seating areas back there. And so I see him standing there and I'm like, oh, do you want my seat? Because I'm sitting down. And he's like, oh, sure, like if you're offering. And then so I give him my seat and I stand up and he's like, oh, you want to sit on my lap? And I was like, oh, no, I couldn't. Like, no, I couldn't. And he's like, no, like really, it's okay. And I'm like, well, I mean, I guess if you're offering, because like I had a crush on him. I was like, I guess if you're offering. And then I sit on his lap and he goes, oh, you have a bony butt. The speed in which I sat up, I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. Goodbye. I walked away. And since then, I've never sat on anyone else's lap except for my current girlfriend. And she's a lot nicer about my butt.
This bitch gonna make me